So when I saw the trailer to this movie, keep in mind, I only saw 2 trailers, but when I saw the trailer, it definitely reminded me of an episode of Supernatural.
Tell the truth.
That's what we hunt demons.
And there were 2 things about the trailer that really surprised me. 1, it was for a Robert Rodriguez movie, and 2, the film wasn't coming out like in August, it was coming out in a week. I'm Mike the Movie Misfit, and here's my review to a movie that had very little advertisement. Hypnotic. I went to go see this movie randomly on a Monday afternoon, and I had a feeling my movie-going experience was not going to be a good one. No, not because the movie might be bad, because all of a sudden 3 people were walking in, and these 3 people were really obnoxious. Now, keep in mind the movie hadn't started yet, it was just the trailers, but their presence was already known. I actually felt like I needed to turn my head and give them a special greeting.
Hey, man, tacos, how you doing?
Me being a little naive, I kind of figured, hey, once the movie starts, they'll be quiet and settle down. Put a pin in that, we'll get back to it. Now, I'm a big Robert Rodriguez fan, so when I first saw the trailer and even the first couple minutes of the film, I was thinking to myself, this really doesn't feel like a Robert Rodriguez movie. And as I was getting acclimated to the movie, I could see little Robert Rodriguez Easter eggs all spread around. I was like, okay, I know what's going on here. The movie has a very late 90s, early 2000s kind of like sci-fi thriller that has to deal with mind control. Kind of like a Total Recall type of movie, or maybe even a lesser version of the movie Inception. The acting was fine, the action was pretty good, and so were the locations. I was actually kind of hoping that we get to see Ben Affleck speak Spanish again. And everything seemed to be moving along until... yeah, the 3 obnoxious boobs in the back were not making the movie enjoyable. Now, I wouldn't have minded if they were discussing things about the movie in the background. No, they were having an everyday conversation about work. I thought to myself, do I say anything really loud to them?
Shut up!
For a second, I forgot who I was, and I thought to myself, is this movie worth fighting over? So I left the theater to go complain to the 16-year-old that works at the movie theater.
Fill out Schedule B.
And coincidentally, those 3 knuckleheads were leaving the theater too, so I was able to say the appropriate goodbye.
Yeah, see ya, Ben Tacos!
I was able to go back to the movie and piece together the 5 or 10 minutes that I'd lost, and I figured out the movie. The movie was fine, and I'm not sure why it had 0 publicity. As far as a grade goes, I say stream it because it's probably only streaming now anyway. Please hit like and subscribe, and if I see you at the movies, please be quiet.
Get more out of life. Go out to a movie.